And welcome along back to Galaxy here. And today, believe me, I'm absolutely elated. We've got the Matlen Starsley band. I almost fluffed that up. That's a first. I haven't done that for a long time. So guys, if you've got questions about the Matlen Starsley band, please text it away. Barbara will pass it on to me, which I will pass on to the boys that we have in front of us. We've got Dollar and Bubba. And I'm going to find out about those names very shortly as well. Want to know about it, you know, and yeah, we call $1 a buck here, so you never know. He might be a buck, he might be just 50 cents, but he's got a sense of humour. These guys are coming out of Vancouver, British Columbia, and believe me, great music. Very, very famous guys in their own right. We'll cover that as we go through. Anyway, guys, we're going to go live right now.
All right.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 5 after 11 o'clock and 12 degrees downtown. Heading for a high today. The weatherman says 16 degrees. I disagree. I say one more, let's go 17 degrees. But I do agree, rain is the order of the day. It is wet outside. Wednesday, August the 21st. And believe me, absolutely elated. We just played Rolling Again from the Matlen Starsley band. And, well, what do you know? Coming out of Vancouver, British Columbia, southern rock and roll and blues with just enough of country. Sounds like a cocktail. It does. Here is the Matlen Starsley boys. Good morning, Dollar. Good morning, Bubba.
Hey, good morning, good morning.
Well, I should say good afternoon over there. It's about, what, 4 o'clock, just after 4 o'clock there?
Yes, it is 4 o'clock, yep.
Nice. Almost time for a cold one.
It is. I've had a couple already.
Yeah, you need that to talk to Kiwis, I've got to be honest with you. You really do. Now, Rolling Again. This is the title track off the album Rolling Again. And tell us how you came to that. I'm sure that you're not doing anything you shouldn't be, but more something about going on down the road, don't you think?
Yeah. Well, you know, we've all been at this a very long time, and we decided to put this project together. For some reason, Rolling Again just kind of stuck in our heads, and it became the song that it is. But that's sort of how we feel. Sort of feel what we're doing now. We're back, you know, rolling again. You know, jump back into the music industry big time, and doing the album, and so it seemed very fitting.
You know, I get it. I understand now. I really, really do. And I absolutely love that track. In fact, I apparently loved it a bit much in my car the other day. I got to be honest with you. But that's how I determine whether I'm going to do the interview or not. At the end of the day, I'm not being influenced by anybody else. And even the good officer that was having a chat to me at the time absolutely loved your sounds. Was more impressed when I told him a little bit about your history as well. So believe me, he was very, very impressed and says, please pass on hellos from the police force here in New Zealand. So did that. In the meantime, my friends, I cried today coming up. But first of all, I just want to ask you guys. You guys have been around for some time now, and you've been playing forever and a day. I've got to be honest with you. I think the early 70s is the first time we started hearing about you guys individually. Mm-hmm. Now, At the same time, Dennis Matrick, you sing vocals.
Right.
And of course, Kevin Starr, and baby, you are a star, I got to be honest with you, you really are. You also sing vocals. Do you guys play any instruments at the same time?
Well, no, just I play guitar, and Dennis has a hard time playing tambourine, but we're teaching him.
Look, I can understand that. I play a very mean triangle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I should try. For some reason, the tambourine's not working for me. I don't know.
Well, I've been told at the same time I can absolutely keep it together with a good old cowbell as well.
Yeah, perfect.
You know,
more cowbell.
Well, I tell you what, if you're ever taking auditions, put me down. I'm there. I want to be a part of that. Me and my triangle and cowbell, we're right there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, don't call me. Yeah, I get it. I understand. Good reply. Jim Wesley. Jim Wesley, he plays drums. And believe me, I've been giving literally an encyclopedia on you guys. And have felt very educated about everybody here. But I've come to the conclusion that Jim Wesley started playing pots when he was a kid in the kitchen.
I think so. Yes. It's self-taught, he likes to say.
Yeah, exactly. I bet you beat up a few of Mum's pots with the old wooden spoons. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Cardboard boxes.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody after my own heart, I got to be honest with you. Just that I was banned from the kitchen. I went through too many wooden spoons. I really did. Now, guys, at the same time, I got to ask you, how do our fans get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, these days, being your database of your fans, do you respond?
As much as we can. I know when we started this, I didn't realize social media and social networking was going to become a full-time job, and it certainly is. It has taken that on. I try to keep up every day. I try to answer messages and any questions people have. So yeah, it's a constant. It's a full-time job.
I got to agree with you, Dollar. I really do. Or should I? Am I stepping over the line by calling you Dollar?
Dollar's fine.
Very, very cool, because I got to agree with you, Dollar, but I haven't actually had a phone or any device like that to go home with. I'm a very private guy, and when I leave work, and believe me, everywhere around the world want to talk to me, they really do. So I gave away the phone for a couple of years, up until about last week, because I had a Barbara, right? Barbara did all of that, up until last week when she goes, bugger that, here's a phone. You deal with it. You know what I mean? So apparently I'm back up and running. But I never used to be able to do that. But here's one for you, and this is maybe interesting. Today's technological world. My neighbour came over the other day, and he was saying to me, because I was showing him my phone, he goes, yeah, phone's great. You know, I don't have to shout up to the kids for dinner anymore. I just text them. I said, strange that. All I'm doing now is send a picture of a bone to the iPads that my dogs have, and they come running.
I believe it.
Yeah, and believe me, it's quite true. I've actually got one of my girls here with me in the studio this morning. They are actually guard dogs. They work through the night and keep an eye on Barbara and everything while she's working through the night. And she does a lot of work around the world through the night, making all sorts of... I don't know how you get things done, Barbara. You know, you're the Energizer battery. You really are. But she does all of this. And of course, we have our guard dogs, and we have a couple of them roaming the properties and everything like that where we are, because we've just moved buildings. From an old building to a newer one. Unfortunately, the guard dog actually hasn't gone home for a sleep right now and decided it wanted to sit in and meet some very famous people like yourselves. And we're going to cover that very, very shortly. But first of all, I cried today. Tell me all about it. How'd you come to the lyrics of that?
I cried today?
Yes.
I gotta be careful with it. The curse of being a married man and writing lyrics. It's just sort of a winsome sort of look back in the past, and I don't know how much. It's not a true story. It's all fiction. It's not a sheet of print in there. Yeah, it's just getting older. We're all sort of getting older, and sometimes you can have a day where you start looking back and start thinking about things.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I really do. Including the disclaimer right here in Galaxy. Here is the Matlen Starsley Band. I cried today. Love this. Hey, how you feeling, guys?
Good.
Nice.
We're still Facebook Live, remember?
We're still Facebook Live. Yeah. Okay, no swearing.
No.
Oh.
And we've got an English teacher here.
And we have an English teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, why do they call them?
Is that from England?
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, why don't we have a Kiwi teacher?
Yes.
Or maybe an American teacher or a Canadian. Or
we speak Kiwi.
Yeah, an English teacher.
They speak Canadian, but they still speak English.
Hey, look, they're our colonial cousins, I've got to be honest with you. You love them to bits, but they're not an empire. This is a galaxy.
Okay, we're on a journey today. Hi, Wolfgang.
Wolfgang,
Yeah.
nice to have you back, my friend. Thanks for watching and tuning in. If you've got any questions for the Matlen Starsley Band, type it out. Barbara will give it to me. And it's all go here. We do this all the time. So I hope you guys relax and have a bit of fun. I don't mind if you give me a bit of stick. I enjoy it.
Okay.
Give them the whole tree.
Yeah.
Give them the whole tree,
Yeah.
you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. Give
A
it the onion.
field of them.
Give it the onion. So the next one we got is Trail Went Cold.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have a little chat about a few things like how our fans can buy your music, because I don't like encouraging people to get anything for free. It's hard enough to be able to make the money to make the music and find the time, and I think you should be feeling rewarded. So I always
Cheryl, darling. How are you?
find out
Love
how
you.
our fans can buy your music, also websites, stuff like that, so that we can go and possibly, if you've got a merch store or something like that, we can go and buy your products, stuff like that, and we'll have a chat about that. Then, at the same time, I wouldn't mind having a chat about maybe considering coming down under to the Antipodes.
That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to have you, because believe me, with the responses that we're getting while playing your music, I think it's a feasible question.
Yeah, we would love to do that. We're sort of gearing up for 2020. We played a few shows in July that went over really well, and some of the guys in the band have other musical projects that they have some commitments to wrap up and stuff. So we're really sort of gearing for 2020. We really want to get out and play a lot more shows. And
yeah, and I fully understand that too. I hope to live to 2020. Let's go back live. Hold on.
Hi, Cheryl. Hi,
Cheryl.
Jennifer. Yeah.
My girl. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 18 after 11 o'clock, 12 degrees downtown, heading for that high. The weatherman says 16, I say 17, Barbara predicted 18 today. Bit of a struggle, Barbara, I think, but you never know, you might get there. But we all agree it's rain today, so for those of you driving, yep, turn your lights on, make it click and drive to the conditions. We want you to come home or go to your destination safely. Wednesday, August 21st, and I'm absolutely elated to be joined by a couple of members of the Matlen Starsley band. And of course, guys, we want to be able to find ways of being able to download your music. Are you on Spotify? Are you on all of those medias, even Amazon, places like that? Can we go and buy it from those places?
You can actually get it at matlenstarsly.com. You can go to our website and you can download a digital copy of the album, or you can order a copy from you as well.
Nice. At the same time, do you have a merch store on the website there?
Yep. So we have some things like that as well.
You're going to hate me saying that because you're going to get so much money now, it's going to be ridiculous. You're just going to go, that guy down in New Zealand, he fattened my wallet about, yeah. It's just going to be one of those overbearing things. Now, at the same time, guys, I was going to say, if you got any, and this is just something straight off the cuff actually, if you've got any spare product that you want to give away, how would you like to send it down here, down under? We could do a competition, something like that. Keep the Matlen Starsley band name rolling here at Galaxy.
Absolutely, yeah. Just have fun with your mailing address and we'll find some stuff down.
Nice, because believe me, you'd be surprised, but people do watch these. They must be up late at night in the dark somewhere, having a little private moment with Galaxy and the Matlen Starsley bands. But for some strange reason, when I do actually put on other bands, it's subliminal, really, where people go and have a look at people like the White Wolves, for instance. I'm dressed in today. And before you know it, you've got another 5,000 Facebook likes. It's just one of those things.
Right. Well,
yeah, not that I'm promoting anybody, but of course we're promoting the Matlen Starsley band today, and I want to talk to you, and this is rather amusing for me, as Jim Wesley, he plays drums in your band, and we were talking maybe as a young child he was playing pots in the kitchen with mum's spoons and stuff like that, but he's still an active member of the Brian Adams band, am I wrong?
No, he's no longer with Brian. He toured with for 4 years back in 1980.
Now, at the same time, you all come from rather salubrious paths of different bands and styles and everything. You've gone into country, you've been out of country, you've been in metal and stuff like that. And Dennis, I got to say, I remember Touchdown.
Oh, yes.
I really do. Believe me, I may be, maybe of the same age group. Let's put it that way. But here in New Zealand, we know Touchdown. We used to listen to you guys, absolutely. So I'm feeling a little humbled right now to be in the presence of a star much like yourself. And of course, I can't say anything bigger than the real star himself, of course, Bubba, Kevin Bubba Starr. Now, how did you come to the name Bubba?
Well, it was when I was with Fandango, and we were playing some small town in Alberta, and I think I pulled off a real tasty solo, and our bass player who was doing the Dusty Hill thing, he said, he just went F and A, Bubba. And it just seemed to stick. So then next thing you know, there were hats out there with that on there, and that was the whole thing. So we went into town, and that would be one of the chants you'd get. It was great.
I absolutely love. Of course, I've got to say, I love the dollar, and I love the Bubba name. I've been called a few things in my past too, but I don't really want to go down that road. I got to be honest. One person the other day actually. Who was one of our graphics people, put up legendary DJ Grant, if you know what I mean. I looked at him and went, hold on, you're calling me old? I've lived that long to be a legend now? I don't know whether that's insubordination or not, to be honest with you. But, you know, hey, it's just one of those things, you know, it's one of those roads you go down. In fact, the trail went cold. Tell me all about this song. How did you come to the lyrics?
You know, I'm not exactly certain. It just started with "A Trail Went Cold," and I heard that somewhere or read that somewhere, and that just in my head for some reason, and decided to just sort of craft a song around that idea of trying to find somebody, and the trail goes cold. And got to reference a small town in Saskatchewan, my home province, in the song as well, and I just had that image in my head of rolling into a small town and trail goes cold. Can't find my gal.
I get it. I fully understand. I really do. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM, off, of course, the Rolling Again album, here is the Matlen Starsley Band with The Trail Went Cold. Oh, it's warm in here, Belle.
Yeah.
Gosh. Where did the production manager run away to?
I don't know.
Thought she would have taken a security guard out. How you feeling, guys?
Good. I was just thinking something funny here. My wife, she says, I was telling her we're going to be doing a little radio interview here, and she says, "Oh, in New Zealand? Oh, well, you know, I email back and forth to Neil Finn. Maybe I could send him an email and see if he's going to listen to the show today."
Neil would be horrified. I used to work with Neil many, many years ago when he was with the band at Split Ends.
Oh, yeah.
So he would be horrified to be able to know that I'm still alive.
Oh, that's great.
I used to be an engineer for a band called Noiseworks many, many years ago, and we toured with the band In Excess. And we were doing a 36-month tour of every country of the world, pretty much, when a particular incident happened that suddenly stopped everything. Yeah. He was talking about safety. He was just had his belt around his neck at the time.
I don't know, but it went wrong.
It went wrong, all right. It went horribly wrong. Yep.
Hi, Hemi. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Sonia.
Hemi.
Woohoo, yeah.
Nice
Hemi
to have you
Tripoli.
along, Hemi. Thank you for joining us. And everybody else, we're interviewing the Matlen Starsley Band today, coming out of Vancouver. Also, a little bit of fame with these guys. They're well friends with Brian Adams, and we will talk about that very, very shortly. For everybody who wants a question, please type it down there. Barbara will pass it on to me, and I'll ask it for the crowd. All right? Yep. So, guys, we will talk about coming down under. I'm just, you know, we do some crazy things down here. Just wondering if you guys are up for it.
Oh, here we go, everyone.
Absolutely up for it.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay. We're going down that road.
Witnessed it.
All right.
I heard it.
I love this.
Yeah,
You're going to absolutely... You've just talked yourself into some stuff, Brian. Hold on.
Yeah.
You really have.
At least three things.
Here we go.
Three things.
Yeah, well, at least three things.
Yeah.
Oh, that's only the start of it. That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 28 after 11 o'clock is 12 degrees. Been there for a little while, heading for a high today, 16 degrees, so the weatherman says. Bit of a struggle, I got to be honest. But I still stand by 17 degrees for me, even though I agree it is going to rain. Seeing it's absolutely coming down outside right now. Wednesday, August 21st. Glad to have everybody along because, believe me, I'm in the company of stars today. Matlen Starsley Band is joining us. A matter of time is coming up, my friends. We'll talk about that. But first of all, just wondering, and believe me, all of this is off for your debut album, Rolling Again. And, of course, that was this year, July 12th, is that right?
That's right, yep.
Nice.
Yep.
It's nice to know that the research team have actually got some points absolutely correct. Sometimes. Sometimes I get led right up the garden path, I got to be honest with you, but they do that for a bit of a laugh. Much like they make funny faces and all that behind the scenes as well, trying to put me off, just to make things more interesting. Even wave at me. Hi guys, I see you waving too in there. I do, I watched you. But Dollar, you've been playing now. You come from the province of Saskatchewan, is that right?
Yep.
And you've been playing since way back in the 70s, haven't you?
Gosh, my first playing gig was probably 1974. Yeah.
And that was a few moons ago, I got to be honest with you, my friend. So,
It was. I think I was in grade 8, and we had put a band together with a number of musicians who are still playing as well. A guitar player from the Canadian heavy metal band, Cats, who is still playing, and another guitar player still playing with the Bobby Wells project from Head. And yeah, we were all 14 together and put a band together and started playing way back then. Yeah.
nice. And Kevin, at the same time, when I said I remember Touchdown a wee while ago, I got to let you know I also am very familiar with Fandango. And of course, loved the style that Fandango played. And just wondering if you still keep in touch with those guys as well.
I do. The bass player passed away quite a few years ago, but the drummers live still in British Columbia here in a ski hill and loving life.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, the band, and I have never heard of these guys, but the name took me, is Bad Alan and the Musical Cats. Which one was Bad Alan?
Bad Alan was the harmonica player, guitar player who was as straight-laced as they come.
He once scolded his dog.
Yeah, I'm kind of attracted to bad things, just because I've got to outdo that by tenfold. So I'm just wondering, how bad was he?
He slept it once, I think.
Fair enough too. Now, at the same time, guys, and believe me, I think this is a warranted question. Maybe you'd be interested in coming down here, down under to the Antipodes and playing maybe 4 or 5 shows for New Zealanders and Kiwi audiences, and maybe we could even share you with Australia. Hold on, what am I saying here? Okay. We love their money. Thank you. We can share you with Australia as well. You do realise that we have this love-hate relationship, New Zealanders and Australians, don't you? Yeah.
Probably a similar one we have with the US, I'm thinking.
Exactly, yeah. I was going to say, but that's a hockey thing, isn't it? It's a nice hockey thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
There's no love-hate with hockey. It's just straight hate with the US when it comes to hockey.
Exactly. Well, ours, of course, is rugby union.
Right.
And the World Cup's coming up. I've got to be honest with you. At the moment, Wales is the number 1 team in the world, but that's only on paper.
Right.
Because quite honestly, and I'm not going to put you wrong here, the real world champions are the All Blacks.
That's right.
They really are. And at the same time, they're just going to clean up again at the World Cup. But we just had the Bledisloe Cup here in New Zealand. That's a tournament, a 3-game tournament between New Zealand and Australia for a cup that they haven't had their mitts on for about 37 years.
Exactly. I think I read something recently. I think it was not very competitive. Let's put it that way.
Well, sometimes you got to keep the crowds involved, right? So just sometimes we'll let them win one just to keep them in it. And then we the second game, we sort of won by a number of points, and then, of course, the last one, 37 zip, bang, go home. You know what I mean?
We're done with you. Yeah.
Yep, but at the same time, I don't know, are you guys familiar with the America's Cup?
Is that the sailing, really?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I used to watch that a lot, actually. When I was on the road, I watched that religiously.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it's coming around again. Here in New Zealand, of course, we have the cup this time, if you know what I mean. But the thing is that we're finding it hard for competitors to come and join us. Of course, there's a little pre-entry race they call the Louis Vuitton, and, it comes down to the winner of that to come on against the champions, which is us here in New Zealand. We're finding it very, very hard because we are such a formidable force. Nobody wants to take us on anymore.
What are you going to do?
Maybe...
2 votes.
Exactly, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's going to be a very interesting time for New Zealand because we do love our water sports, our sports in general. And I was just wondering if it was feasible for you guys to come down and play with us down here, have a bit of fun at the same time. Are you up for a few crazy things?
If we could arrange that a little bit.
I applaud your courage in this in advance, I got to be honest with you.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
I guess it's a no.
A hoo-hoo grub, spelled H-U-H-U.
Yeah.
Hoo-hoo grub. You must be familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids.
Uh-oh.
It's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger to, Danny DeVito, to be very honest with you. Let me just get rid of this. Bear with me. Sorry, a little something came up on the screen. Barbara was about to do a conniption and defused it straight away. Anyway, what you do with these, and we have a thing here in New Zealand called the Wild Foods Festival, and we'll take you down there to Hokitika, whom we're going to be doing an interview with a young lady coming out of Hokitika on Friday. Yes, Katie Thompson's joining us, Kiwi artist. Check her out. But believe me, we'll go down there. And what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, but don't eat the head. The head's yucky. But when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't
I'm sure it does.
and believe me, it's a delicacy with the indigenous folks here of New Zealand called the Maori. Yes, they do eat it, and it is a food substance. Would you believe?
I believe it.
But at the same time, I'm sure we'll find something to wash it down. Don't you worry. One lady said to me, "Can I dip it in chocolate?" I went, "You can dip it in anything you like, dear." Anyway, having said that, now I don't know, Barbara. What do you think?
No, I'm going to
No?
throw you. No.
No. I've got to do it anyway now that you said no. We might take you down to Queenstown and throw you off a bridge.
That'll work.
Will you?
With a bungee cord.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. That's the capital, of course, of the entertainments in New Zealand as far as bungee jumping goes. And seeing you're not Australian, we'll attach the bungee.
Okay. I am afraid of heights, though. Maybe out the chair. A little bungee cord.
Yeah, I tell you, they do have a brand spanking new attraction down there with a big swing that takes you out over this. Splendid, absolutely splendid. Tell you what, I'll get Barbara to send you the instructional videos of all of these, so you know I'm not joking. But at the same time, have you ever heard of Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay, about an hour and a half away from where we are right now is actually Hobbiton, the set for Lord of the Rings. So we'll go and take that in and have a bit of time there. Also, we'll take you down to Hell's Gate. You know, I must knock on their door and say, I'm promoting you. You need to give me something free back. Hell's Gate, it's like the place that Lane forgot, much like Yellowstone National Park with all the bubbly geysers and all that sort of stuff back in the day. And the Maoris, the local indigenous folks, the Maoris there, have absolutely cornered that and preserved it wonderfully. And they can teach you all sorts of things, including cooking with thermal water, you name it. Believe me, it's a lot of fun. Having said that, though, we may introduce... Have you heard of Azor?
Azor?
Yes.
No, I've not. No.
Okay. Believe me, this is a lot of fun. It's a big ball, and we put you in it, roll you down a hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like a jerk in there, right? It's like one of those little juggle balls.
Yeah, it's like people skittles. I love that. You know, have a few of these, mate, and get in there. Believe me, there might be a few extra juices by the time you get out, but hey, it was all fun. At the same time, of course, we can take you to the Hauraki Gulf, which is in the Auckland Harbour, the biggest city that we have here in New Zealand. Go and have a meal and take in the ambience, a few wines, stuff like that. And of course, entertain the wives, all that sort of stuff as well.
Doesn't sound like we'll have much time to actually play a show. You're busy.
We can take care of that as well, don't you worry about that. But at the same time, Barbara's favourite sport is, of course, shopping, so she's hoping that you're going to bring over the wives.
Okay, yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nice. So, having said that, it's all a matter of time. Tell me all about it.
Matter of time, and we'll just that Kevin and I wrote, maybe 20 years ago. We were in a previous band called the Compound Blues Band. We wrote the song, and when we brought it to the boys at Matlen Starsley, we completely changed the feel and changed the song dramatically, I would suggest. And turned it into a great little hockey punk number, and with the keyboard and added with yeah, it was wonderful. We worked with the guys in the band.
I understand that, I really do, and I got to be honest with you, I absolutely love this track. Now, at the same time, my friends, not only am I DJ, or a DJ, but I've also been an engineer in all facets of the job, and including a studio engineer to live doing shows around the world, and with some of the biggest bands. I can't fault this, I really can't. Now, I got to ask you, where did you get it recorded?
When did we do that? Yeah, we recorded it with at Loper Studios in Ray Loper, who was a member of a rather famous Canadian band called Stonefold back in the late 70s. They had a number of hits, and our bass player currently plays in the Ray Loper department as well as Matlen Starsley, and so we did the whole album here. He was nice enough to do all the production for it, and did a perfect job.
Nice. Okay, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM with the Matlen Starsley Band. And of course, we're talking to Dollar and Bubba right here with A Matter of Time.
Hi, Dwayne.
Oh, my bro.
Hi, Kevin. Meet the guys.
It's getting hot up here. Are you guys comfortable?
Yeah, we're good, thanks.
Nice. You're still yet to give me a bit of a hard time. I'm a little disappointed.
We're too nice, us Canadians.
Yeah, I think you are. I really do. In fact, we have another Canadian watching at the moment. His name's Dwayne Watson. Great artist.
Yeah, we're going to see Dwayne. He's just playing in a club here right close to us on September 26th. So we're definitely venturing down to see him.
Oh, well, go and give him a big hug from me, won't you guys?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Well, that's sort of how we connected with Barbara on that. And on my many ventures onto the internet, I noticed that Galaxy really supports a lot of independent musicians and a lot of Canadian independent musicians, and Dwayne is one, and of course Troy Toma, who's a local lad as well here in Langley. So it's terrific.
You know, all of that is absolutely true, but it's, you know, you guys just bring out so much damn good music. You got so many damn good artists. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a job. So it's an absolute pleasure and an honour to be able to talk to, you know, and interview people of your calibre.
And it's fun meeting everybody.
It's fun meeting everybody. It really is.
Fantastic.
You know? Nothing like subjecting these poor people to Kiwis.
Yeah, I know, and you in particular.
Nothing worse. Nothing worse. Here's one for you, my bro. A couple of Canadians went into a McDonald's here in New Zealand, and we have a thing called a Kiwi breakfast. The first guy, absolutely outraged, says, "I thought it was illegal to eat Kiwis." The other guy goes, "Just a little one."
That's us Canadians.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, Ian.
Just a matter of time.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Better turn my mic on before I do anything else. You know, I'm just getting too into it. I really, really am. Of course, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It happens. It does. I do that from time to time. You know, maybe it's my Alzheimer's or something coming in. I don't know. 14 away from 12 o'clock. It is 13 degrees downtown, heading for that high. 16 degrees today. Bit of a struggle. Think it's going to make it. And not 18 degrees. I don't think it's going to go that high. Wednesday, August 21st. But I tell you what, I am absolutely in the company of royalty here at Galaxy 107 FM, being joined, of course, by Dennis and Kevin from the Matlen Starsley band. And guys, you guys have been writing together for many, many years now. How did you guys meet?
Well, back in, I think it was before 1984, I was in a band that was the opening of Fandango, and I'd met Kevin, we wrote together, and we actually found out, interestingly enough, because we were both hard rocking bands, found out that we both had incredible love for Jones. And it kind of walking towards Jones, so we kind of hit it off right off the bat. Back in '84, and we kind of drifted apart for a while, and got back on the West Coast here, and have been best buds ever since.
You know, I get that, I really do. Now, at the same time, Kevin, the Matlen Starsley band, it's all your fault, isn't it?
It's all my fault?
Yeah, you put it together, didn't you?
Definitely. Well, I don't know if it's my fault, but, me and Dennis both have had this aspiration for many years that, we needed to write some songs, and we really felt we had something to say, and so I think you can blame us both.
You know, because believe me, it says here, the genius of the Matlen Starsley band. Really? Somebody else wrote that, didn't they?
Yeah, somebody else definitely wrote that.
Yeah, fair enough. He's not going to bite. He's, I'm trying to get these guys to have a go at me, but they're not going to do it. They really are. They're too nice, I got to be honest with you. But at the same time, I got to ask you, Don Leno, bass player.
Yes.
Now, Don's been around for a while, of course. He's been playing with the Ray Roper Band, and still does, doesn't he?
Yes, yeah. He also plays in a Creedence Clearwater tribute band called Matlen Riders, and they tour all over North America. They're very established as a tribute band. So, he's busy with that at times. The keyboard player is very much in demand. It plays in about 4 or 5 different musical projects as well, and very talented players.
These are musical genius.
You know, at the same time, and I got to say, Kevin, I'm sure you got a bit of a sense of humour because you want me to kind of lift a little bit by saying Dick Twatey.
Dick Twatey, that's right. Power pop band.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I thought that, that's rather amusing. Now, Daryl Herbert. Daryl's pretty much a session guy, isn't he?
He has been in the past, and he tours with a number of different acts as well. Interestingly, we initially had just brought him on to do the recording sessions with us because he was very much in demand. We sent him the songs and thought, well, if you can squeeze us in somewhere, and he called back and he said, "Forget that, because I want in." It was very cool. He loved the song and wanted to come play in, and we had an opportunity to be creative and do some writing, and one part of the writing process, which is really a cool part of.
You know, I fully understand that. I get it. I really do. Now, when you guys come down to New Zealand, I'm sure that's going to be the lineup that hits the stage here in New Zealand. And believe me, guys, if we don't get into a little bit of shenanigans, a little bit of mischievousness, if I don't get you arrested in 24 hours, I'm not doing my job.
Nice. I'll get arrested in here.
But I tell you what, if you come down here, at least you've got a life worth living. Tell me all about it.
Life worth living. Well,
I think that song just kind of lends itself with the title. We've had some friends struggle with a lot of mental health, and I think when Dennis wrote that, he had that in mind that we do. This is really a life worth living.
I understand. I really do. And I tell you what, when you come down here to New Zealand, you'll understand too. This is really a place for a life worth living. It really is.
Dwayne's looking forward to seeing these guys live.
Who is?
Dwayne's
looking forward to
seeing
it.
them live, and they're looking forward to seeing Dwayne
Yeah,
live.
exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Dwayne says he's looking forward to seeing you guys live.
Cool. That'd be great.
Yeah, I connected with Dwayne on Facebook a while ago, and we had a lengthy chat, and really liked his stuff too. Had a chance to hear some of his material, so we're both looking forward to going to Gabby's to check out his show in September.
On September the 26th, isn't it?
26, yeah.
I tell you what, Dwayne did something no other artist has ever done here before in Galaxy, and that is stayed on the charts, either 1 or 2, fluctuated backwards and forwards there for a little while, for a number of months, wasn't it? Usually maybe a week, maybe a couple of weeks at the most, but this was literally, almost 3 months, something like that. It was ridiculous. I'm waiting for an artist to step up and do that, because it's all based on how many requests we get. You know what I mean? And Dwayne, with Billy Miner,
Isn't that great?
it just took our audience by storm, and they just grasped onto it. They just wouldn't let it go. It was like a dog with a bone, you know. Our full reception.
Which is interesting that it's so much Canadiana in that song, right? It's interesting that people gravitated to that.
Exactly, but at the same time, I mean, I talk to other artists along those qualities, like yourselves, like Dallas Moore, for instance, or Chris Andreas. Of course,
Right.
Creed Fisher, if you know what I mean. And I'd like to be able to do a huge show with all of the above mentioned with you guys here in New Zealand. Do a big festival kind of thing. And just kick ass, literally, because I think, believe me, it would be a hell of a weekend to be, you know, it'd have to be a long weekend. Believe me, by the time you're finished, you'll think it's a damn long weekend.
We need sponsors out on the internet. Please help us.
Exactly.
Get these
See
guys
my
here.
vision, folks. Believe me, let's spend $1. Let's bring all of these artists to New Zealand and just kick ass. Let's have some fun. Literally. Begging for it. So, all you sponsor people, get in touch with Barbara. She hasn't got enough work to do. She keeps me busy. Well, you know, there you go. Take that, Barb. So that was our last song. So what we'll do is we will come out of this now, but don't go anywhere just yet. We do a couple of crazy photos. Of course, we were talking about a video, stuff like that. Of course, the photos are for your wallpapers for your phone, so you can show your friends not to do this with Kiwis. It's unhealthy.
And hopefully that they will promote us.
Yeah, and hopefully
with the silly
they'll
photos.
show people and go, look at these guys, they're Kiwis. Okay, at the same time, guys, I really, really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be able to talk to us. It's been an absolute pleasure, it really has.
Now they're going to come back with more
I
music.
appreciate the invite. It's great to be able to share music with the new audience. Of course, as independent artists, as you're well aware, it's a bit of a jungle out there. So it's
Believe me, bro, I really understand, and we respect good music, and we respect, you know, it doesn't matter what country you come from, just make it good. You know what I mean? And believe me, if I'm going to get a ticket, that's promising. You know, that really is promising. 6,786,000 online right now. We haven't got the zeros in there,
No, of
so
course.
yeah.
We can't fit the zeros.
Can't fit them in, it doesn't go that far.
That's a few people. Woo.
Yeah, of course. So, and it's, well, we're on time, what do you know? Usually I'm either way over time or way under time. We're bang on today. You know, the boss will have to buy me an ice
He
cream.
does talk a lot.
Anyway, let's go back to the desk.
Yes, Sean Williams. Let's get Dwayne Watson down here with the Matlen Starsley.
I agree, Sean, and nice to have you watching, my friend. I really do. And let's do it with the Matlen Starsley Band.
Yes.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 3 away from 12 o'clock, 13 degrees. We're getting closer to the weatherman. He says 16 degrees, I say 17. Barbara predicted 18 today. Well, maybe not that far, a bit of a struggle, but Wednesday, August the 21st. And we've been, today's artist, of course, being the Matlen Starsley Band. And it's been an absolute pleasure to have these guys with us coming out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Guys, I am absolutely humbled that you've taken time to be able to talk to me here at Galaxy.
well, we're feeling the same. Be able to do this interview to get our music out to all the fans in New Zealand.
Yeah, absolutely. And believe me, I think they're going to eat you up when they get down here. Not that we're cannibals. Don't... Yeah. All right. But at the same time, please pass on to Jim and, of course, Don and Daryl. Our absolute pleasure to be able to promote the Matlen Starsley Band, and how much we look forward to being able to play brand spanking new stuff in the future. Maybe you guys will be able to come back again and have another interview.
Love to do that. We're currently in writing mode. We've got about 5 or 6 songs all set for the second album, so we should have some new stuff out in the not too distant future.
Nice, and believe me, keep in touch with Barbara because I'm very, very interested in continuing the promotions of the Matlen Starsley band. At the same time, guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up right now. The other studio is ready to go. But I really, really humbly thank you very, very much for that. Welcome to the Galaxy family, and we will absolutely love to be able to promote you more and more as time goes on. I can see a good friendship happening here. I really, really can. You can brush up on your Kiwi slang and be able to give me some stick anytime you want, my friends. Just get in touch with Barbara. We would be honoured to have you back again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
That's the boy.